Imagine checking this, 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 and this off your to-do list for good with the help of this. Ecovac's GOAT A3000 LiDAR Pro handles my entire yard, including all the edges and slopes, without me even having to remember to turn it on. So for context, my yard is just under half an acre, and like most backyards, it's not perfectly flat. There's edges, landscaping, some tighter spots, and usually mowing this thing would take a solid chunk of my weekend. When I first got the GOAT A3000 LiDAR Pro, I was honestly expecting a complicated setup or at least some kind of learning curve. But right out of the box, it felt super straightforward. Everything feels really well built, and you can just tell this isn't your basic robot lawnmower. It's definitely more on the advanced side. The setup is probably the part that surprised me the most. There's no boundary wires, no stakes, no complicated installation. I basically placed the charging station down, turned it on, connected it to the app, and let it go. It mapped my entire yard on its own in one pass. And the reason it can do that is because of something called the Holoscope 360 degrees. That sounds technical, but in simple terms, it's using sensors and AI to scan and understand your yard in 3D, so it knows exactly where it's going. And you can actually see when it's mowing.
Exit the station. Please wait.
It's not randomly bouncing around like older robot lawnmowers. It moves in clean, organized paths and covers the space really efficiently. Even around bushes, along the house, or in areas that are slightly normally an issue, it just goes without getting confused. So once it maps everything out, it just works. Now let's talk about how it actually cuts. This thing uses a dual blade system and has a surprising amount of power, so even slightly overgrown or thicker grass isn't a problem. It leaves the lawn looking really even, almost like that clean carpet that you usually get from really good manual lawnmowers. And now you can adjust the cutting height right from your phone, which makes it super simple to dial in exactly how you want it to look. The biggest difference for me, and probably the most impressive feature, is the True Edge trimmer. Normally, even with a robot mower, you still have to go back with the trimmer and clean everything up. This actually has a built-in system that trims the edges after it mows. So along the fences, flower beds, borders, it gets right up to the edge and finishes the job completely. And yeah, you'll hear it a little more when the trimmer kicks in, but it's still way quieter than using a gas trimmer yourself. And the best part is, you're not the one doing it. Another thing I tested was obstacle avoidance. I threw a few things in my yard, and it navigates around them really smooth. It recognizes and avoids a ton of different obstacles, so you're not blindly running over things, which also makes it feel a lot safer since my dog Feta is usually around. It also handles real-world yards really well. Slight slopes, uneven ground, tight corners, it adjusts without getting stuck or missing sections. And along with the app, once everything is set up, you can pretty much leave it alone. You can schedule when it runs, adjust settings, and manage everything right from your phone. So instead of planning time to mow, it just happens in the background. I'd say this makes the most sense if you've got a medium to large yard and you're tired of spending your weekends maintaining it. Or honestly, if you just want something that takes one more thing off your plate and keeps your lawn looking consistently good without the effort. After letting it mow my lawn a few times, the biggest thing for me is that it's actually fully hands-free. I love that it's not just mowing, but mowing and trimming, start to finish. There's basically no setup, no constant adjusting, and no follow-up work. So I can spend my weekends doing whatever I want. This is more of a premium product, but if you value your time, it definitely makes a strong case for itself.
Start charging.
Check the link in the description to level up your lawn care with the GOAT A3000 LiDAR Pro. And if you've got questions about how it works or how it handled my yard specifically, drop them in the comments and I'm happy to share more.